Hey.
I love it, bro. How you been, brother?
What's up? What's up, dog?
Pleasure seeing you again, man. It's been way too goddamn long.
That's what's up.
This shit is fun, bro. Oh my god. I've seen party buses that look shittier than this, bro.
Dude, when I bought the thing, I thought about you because you had that party bus going.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Dude, that shit been taking off lately too, man.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out a way to incorporate some food into it.
At some point, there's not going to be any skill left to work because people are like, dude, how many people do I know that just like dipped out of the whole thing?
Bro.
Because they just don't want to deal with it anymore. Me being one of them.
All the chefs that work at Momo, it's a constant thing they talk about, like constant. Like, man, I'm so tired of working in restaurants. I wish I could just get into something else. It's like everybody in this industry seems to be going through this, like,
What's the point?
Yeah.
All this work, you know?
Yeah.
And then, for somebody who was in it for so long and then left, I took a personal like inventory on my value. I think I was flipping through Hulu the other day and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to watch. And then Hell's Kitchen pops up. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll watch it. And then right as I'm going to click it, I'm like, no, man, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I like, I don't need a morphine drip, like, because I don't want to even see. What was really good,
tight,
dude? Knoxville was fucking beautiful.
Dude, I love Knoxville. That's the only place
So
in Tennessee
pretty.
I've ever been before. It wasn't there long, bro, but that's a beautiful little town.
We went to.
Slightly racist, but
That's another thing.
slightly racist.
I didn't experience like the racism of it, but I mean we're in Florida. There's lots of white people, but
Yeah.
there's a mix,
Yeah.
right? And that, like Ohio,
You get in the middle.
Kentucky, there's like
the heart of
oh.
America.
There ain't a single one.
Nobody else out here, bro. What the fuck? I need some flavor here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
St. Augustine got some of the best food, man.
This good grub there.
Yeah, man, you can grub, man. I love, one of my favorite things to do is to just go on, St. George Street and like order a drink and an appetizer in every place, bro. Like, the time you get done with that road, you having a great time, bro.
I drove from fucking Michigan to here, no license plate. So I insured it, but I thought that because I had one before, like my previous license plate, because I brought my license plate, but it's not like registered to this car.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just in case, make sure, have it all. And then I go to register it today, and they're like, "Oh no, you should have had a temporary." I definitely just drove 1,000 miles without it. It's crazy. 75 goes Michigan here.
I didn't know that.
There was one place in Ohio. It said Tampa 1,100 miles, and I'm like, "Yo!" And dude, it's so fucking quick. Tennessee in the fall, Jesus Christ.
Ohio has some cool ass shit, actually, man. You ever heard of Cedar Point? When I was a little kid, I went there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like 10. Maybe not. I was younger than 10. I was like 7.
Came out, just a little
Dude,
bit.
no, I wish it was pee, bro. I shit my pants, bro. So bad, dude. So bad. I was known as Mr. 2, or number 2 in my family for like 5 years after that, bro. Great time. Great time, yeah, too. Yeah, the Dragster. That's the name of it. That's a gnarly place, though. It's really weird how it's set up. Right where it is, right in the middle of all of this, what do the people call it out there? They live in like old school things. They don't use technology and stuff.
Oh,
like
Amish?
That. Amish, yes, Amish. It was like in the middle of Amish country. There's this like gigantic theme park. I thought that was so weird.
Like one Amish guy that broke out.
Yeah.
You fuck their shit.
I thought it was this. Like,
We stopped for gas.
It seems like you can kind of get whatever you want in there.
I would say like some oxydens, right? Like there's definitely a little bit of methamphetamines in that state.
A little bit, to say the least. Crazy thing.
Your first,
it's just a wildly crazy thing.
Your first sushi roll? Like, dude, think about that.
Dude,
Like, yeah, exactly.
I remember being like, I worked in the kitchen for a little bit, so I saw the sushi guys. I'm like, man, they got such an easy ass job.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
The fuck, like, bullshit. And the first one I go to make, and it's literally, it goes flat. Like, it's just flat. So I was just like, hey.
This piece, that piece, this piece, that piece.
Hey, you know something got to do with it. Like, you know something got to do with it. It's like you said when you were doing sushi, you felt like you were a real badass chef. I kind of felt like I got that when slap in the face. Like, yo, you don't know shit. Like, you don't know a goddamn thing. Like, you know how to hold a knife and that's it. Like,
but yes and no.
yeah.
But then you go to another spot, you're like, oh shit, there's more to learn.
Oh yeah.
And then you just like humbly take that approach.
I almost feel like that's why I think chefs should start some kind of national union.
I mean, you can do that, but it's more like stage related.
Yeah.
When you look at most people, they're not traveling. Like nobody's gonna be like, I'm gonna go live in Detroit for a month. And you're like, fuck, what? And then, I mean, it's just income, and then where are they supposed to stay? So if they move to DC, they're not gonna like. Hopefully, they can make that kind of money that stay somewhere. But it definitely would be like a chef collective, where there's somebody, a well-off chef that's got, I don't know, 2 Airbnbs, or like even this thing they could rent out, it's parked somewhere. You know, it's just something.
I didn't think you could spend 12 hours on vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, vegetables, we're done with that in an hour at the most, man. It's like 12 hours later, we're still doing them.
Articulate, like explain. Because I had one idea of what I was going to do today, and then as the went down, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And I was
one of those things I definitely want to get better on. It's hard though, man, especially when I'm like taking over GM of Momo.
I thought Cece came back.
Nah, nobody's there, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's going. You know, we're putting food out, but every day gets a little harder, man.
Yeah.
Every day I get a little more responsibility too. I'm like, fuck. Like, God damn, what do you mean? Like, this week they've been training me on host and server. So I could just do whenever anybody calls out, I can be there to fix the void. You know what I mean?
Miss Kim wants you as a son.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It feels like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You look fresh, man.
I'm trying to stay healthier, man. I've been eating better. The only thing I haven't been doing is working out. But, you know,
You put
get a workout in every now and then.
You put in the hip thrust, yeah. What time do you have to work out if you're working 12s?
Oh, yeah, I work like, I get there at like 9 and I leave at. There's a few shifts at Swamp, man. I go in there sore, bro. And having to lift stuff, I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. I'm dropping.
I went to, so I've been doing a lot of job interviews this past 3 weeks.
Fuck yeah.
Because, dude, they just cut me. Like, I went on.
You were telling me about that. That's kind of fucked.
Carlos is wild that shit, and then I go in there and they're like, that's it, you're done. I mean, how did it go? We're going to let you go early because I put in my 90 and then I go early like today, right now? Yeah. All right. You know, like.
Thanks. Like,
and
it sucks. I feel like restaurants are one of the few places that are like that too. Like, you put in a lot of work to build that place up. You know what I mean? Like,
so, I mean, and I keep going to these interviews and then I got this consulting job locked, but then they give me the contract, and then the contract says that, you know, basic non-disclosure, you know, all that kind of shit. I can't tell people recipes, but if it's a right to work state, it's a right to work restaurant. If I choose to leave, I have to give them 4 weeks notice.
Jeez. I mean, that's not terrible, but still.
But right to work means that they can let me go at any time without notice.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how can they be so polar opposites?
Yeah.
Right, no, but also I do get it. If somebody puts in their 2 weeks, or if we were like, yo, it's not going to work out, they're not going to put in the effort. Yeah. Like, they're just going to be there as a body. I get it.
That is the state of restaurants in 2021, though, right?
Exactly.
That's the state that we're in right now.
And so, what else happened? I went to this, I don't want to do restaurants, right? But I'm like, touching my feet in, just be like, okay, let's see. And then this one guy's like, well, I can only offer you 14 an hour. Like, look, I'll do 14 for you, but I'm not going to work the line. And I'd rather not do dish, but I'll pick up dish if need be. Yeah. I'm just here as a knife for prep.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know, sometimes you're going to jump on the line. I'm like, look, you can't play that game with me. Like, I already know. Yeah. So it's either this, and those are my boundaries, or I'm not going to do it. I'll make sure everything's done, but I'm not going to touch the line. And I'm not going to be creative, and let me just come in and just cut it all.
Yeah.
And I've had people come to me before for saying that, and I'm like, all right. And I try and work with them as best I can. But I lucked out.
Like what I did for a little bit. Man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And there was that last month, and I looked at you. I was like, dude, you gotta stop working here. Like,
Dude,
you're just
that last
like,
month,
dude, I can't come in. Like, I'm gonna throw up like my legs, and I'm like, dude, stop. Like, this isn't best for you.
Like I literally, when I was working like that, I wouldn't eat all day.
Yeah.
I'd get a dinner and I would eat it as quick as possible so I could enjoy some bit of free time that I have, and then it was off to sleep and do the same thing you did.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what you should do? You should just get like 7, 8 cameras installed everywhere.
So the problem with that is somebody has to look through that footage.
True that.
So
True
that's
that.
like,
I didn't think
no,
about that.
dude,
at all.
I'm about, yeah, but somebody's got to look through all that fucking footage, and that person's me. Mushroom powder.
Dude,
This
we
shit
just
is
switched to mushroom powder.
This shit is the jam.
Yeah, dude. Would it be inappropriate for me to roll one?
No, man, go ahead. I can turn it off too if you want.
No, it's fine.
Yo. That shit already done.
It's family in Osaka,
I would suggest that.
and I would like definitely want to go
If you
check
want to
that
drink
out.
and like have a crazy ass time,
Yeah, man.
it'd be Osaka. It's like pretty much.
I want to go see the cherry blossoms for fucking sure.
We have to
you know
go in
what I mean? Oh, really?
Yeah, March, April.
Well, dude, that's springtime.
Okay.
So
yeah, 'cause
that should be fine.
That's when I went there, and I was lucky enough. The cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Because I bought a ticket. What is it? The JR Pass, which is their Amtrak.
Okay, bet.
They have a 21-day pass, and then you can do it unlimited rides.
Hell yeah.
And so for 21 days straight, I went to a different city every day.
Fuck yeah,
So
bro.
I went-
I have to look into that because that sounds chilling.
It was $700 for the 21 days. But if you're gonna, they have like 2 days, 3 days. You can break it. It's just like if you go to New York and you want a metro, but you don't want to deal with it every single time.
Yeah.
You just buy it.
It's 1,000 more problems, man.
Yeah.
That like these things. If I just had more of me, there wouldn't be these things. Like,
It's a classic thing. Dude.
like,
I just want 2 of me.
dude, if I just had another one, that would
Yeah,
be
just
so
not
fire.
2, just 1. Just give me half of one.
Like, bro. A lot of people. The biggest thing that I find hardest with management is when somebody's like, "Yo, I need more money. I need more hours. Like, help me out," and I throw them the hours. You know what I mean? I get them on top of their hours now. And literally the first week of working 40 hours instead of 30, they're burnt.
Yeah.
They're burnt out. It's the people in the kitchen though, man.
Damn motherfuckers.
Damn motherfuckers. You know, the revolving door of like 3 people. It's like, yep, you're gone. All right, new one. All right, you're gone. All right, new one. All right, you're gone. Like, it's frustrating. There's kind of a lot of that going on right now. There's a lot of him trying to make things better, but he's a bit rough around the edges and kind of hard to, you know, not make his point seem like he's angry at you.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? And so the front of house feels all some type of way.
Word.
Ew. Now what is that?
Ooh. Kind of like tamagoyaki.
Bet.
Oh, just roll it instead.
Damn.
Just a little bit more.
We need to figure out a way to send people the smell. Like,
Dude,
like when you're watching the video, if the smells could hit you at the same time, oh my god!
I've been
bro.
saying that for years, you know.
But yeah, all of that shit that we do is my phone or her phone. That's everything. It's almost alive at that point. You know what I mean? Always. Always.
Exactly.
Literally, it can't not go.
It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Like,
Oh, what you doing? No, here.
you got ice cream right there? Yeah, we need some of that right now. Hash. Bruh. The big toe up in the boot. Like.
I think I'm gonna edit this comment in is that I know it can be a lot better, But my thought is that for now, let me just keep kind of showing what the show is, because again, I don't have any idea what I'm gonna make. I just go to the store and like, people have asked me a bunch of times, because I'll cook for people and I'll just go to the store and I come back with just a bunch of stuff. Like, what are you gonna make? Like, I don't know. I just buy some vegetables and then I'll pick 1 or 2 proteins. So it's more often than not pork, but then chicken's always a good alternative. I don't really do seafood unless I know the person.
Yeah.
But then I just start chopping, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'll make a soup. I want something crunchy, and then we need a salad and some acid. And then from there, it kind of just branches out. But I know if I have somebody like behind me filming and shit, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? It's like, it'll start making sense.
Yeah.
Because trying for me to compile these recipes right now, I don't know. I have no idea. Really. All right, so here is pork broth soup with a mixture of purple sweet potato, yam, potato, garlic, ginger, and then just a cucumber pickle salad, sauteed sweet potatoes, pork belly cooked in the soup, and then, oh, there's a ladle right there.
Thank you.
Kabocha, which is like a pumpkin squash. And then I cut up this pork belly and then mix it in with an egg to put in there. And then tamago yaki.
That's like so much of the fun part about cooking though. It's like going to the store, getting whatever's on sale.
Did you get this?
I haven't tried it yet. 5?
There's a little bit of spice in it.
Like have a roll at Momo. It's a sweet potato roll. It's just cream cheese and a fried sweet potato and eel sauce on top. That's it.
Fuck yeah.
People love it.
Yeah.
I was like, that roll sucks when I first got there. So
it's simple, but you gotta make it good.
So what I do. God damn, bro. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Dude. Not even a fathom of it. So what I do, I found this recipe from this guy, Too Cool Chef. Fire ass chef. Follow him. He owns a place called The Goods in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of seafood, a lot of soul food. And he has this yam recipe. And it's like a lot of sugar. Like a lot of sugar. But God, it's so good. And I found that if you take all of the drippings from those yams and that's it. You just put that in a bottle and call it sweet sauce. It is insanely delicious on that roll.
Damn, that shit's thick.
Thick, bro.
That shit's molasses. Yo, did you get a spoon of that?
Did you? That makes my God, bro.
That's my favorite thing to see.
No.
When people shake their head. Because they get mad. It tastes too good. They do. They're like, dude, what the fuck? Here, like, I don't know where we're going, but then...
Like, when I was explaining it to people what I was doing, I kind of liked that a lot. Like, they were like, what do you mean he's just going to pick you up and y'all are going to, like, just talk and film everything? I was like, dude, yeah. Like, it's exactly what's going down, bro. Like, we're just going to fucking bull. Went to the restaurant that was in Rush Hour.
What, the dragons and shit?
Yeah, like, not the like, final scene one, but the one where he, like, goes and gets the money. Like, they start burning the money and they're like, oh, we found out it's fake. Like, it's that one. 5. So good, bro. I got we spent like over $300 there, and it's Chinese food, bro. So, like, the whole menu was right on the fucking table. And the pecan shrimp was something I ain't never experienced in my life, bro. But them drippings.
Them drippings?
Them drippings right there.
Your boy from the South.
Good, bro.
This shit came out alright.
Bruh. Dude, it's such a thick looking broth too.
Well, again,
like how dark it is.
It was cold today, so I wanted something to kind of like nurture. just anytime I make something for somebody, I just want to make a lot. I just want to make sure they're full. Colby Singelton. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
Love you.
It's been a pleasure. Love you too, man.